In this lesson, you are going to learn to solve systems of equations by graphing. A system of equations is when you have two or more equations with the same variables working together. The solution to the system graphically is the point where the two lines intersect. Algebraically, it's the point that makes both equations true. When you graph two lines, there are three scenarios. The first one is the most common, and that is that the two lines will intersect, and the point where they cross is your solution. Another situation that sometimes occurs is your two lines are parallel, in which case there are no common points, and we say there is no solution to the system because there is no point that lies on both lines. The third situation that can occur is your two lines could be the same line, where if you graph them, one graphs right on top of the other. This means they have all their points in common. So we simply say that there are infinitely many solutions. The steps to solving a system of equations by graphing is to first rewrite your equations in slope-intercept form, graph the line, and identify the solutions or where they intersect. So if you look at number 1, we already have our equations in slope-intercept form, and we can graph the two lines and see that they intersect at 3, -5. Remember to begin with your y-intercept. So the first line, we begin with a y-intercept of -8. Our slope is 1. So we rise 1, run 1, and stair step up to create this first line. The second line has a y-intercept of +1 and a slope of -2. So we move down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. So again, we're simply looking for where the two lines intersect. For number 2, we begin with y equals 1/2 x plus 9. Plus 9 is the y-intercept, and the slope is 1/2. So we rise 1, run 2. Or we could go in the opposite direction, down 1, left 2, down 1, left 2, and so on, to create our first line. The second line has a y-intercept of 6, so we begin along the y-axis at 6. This line has a slope of -1, so we move down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, and stair step down to create this line. We see that the two lines intersect at the point -2, 8. Of course, our equations will not always be in slope-intercept form, so we'll have to do some rearranging from time to time. So you can take a look at each of these examples as you are working your assignment to provide you with some assistance. You'll notice number 4, the two lines turn out to be the exact same line, which you can't tell by looking at first until you rearrange the first equation. Then you can see that the two lines are actually the same line. This means that they cross everywhere. There are infinitely many solutions. Every point on the line is the same as every point on the other line. In number 5, we have a horizontal line, y equals -7. And then this other line, y equals -1/3 x minus 5, which of course had to be rearranged. And we can see that the two lines intersect at the point 6, -7. Number 6 has parallel lines. We know this because they both have a slope of 1. These lines will never intersect, they have no points in common, and so there is no solution. The symbol for no solution is a 0 with the slanted slash through it.